Hi, I'm Katia. Today, going to talk about our old camera, the Panasonic LX7. This is a camera for like 2007. I got for like $100, but I'm going to return it because there's a big issue. I'm gonna talk about it in a moment. Why would I get like a camera for like a 10 or 11 years old? Well, I wanted a compact camera, because I used to shoot like with those. I used to shoot with like those like a Kodak easy share. The screen is when you first got the camera, it was like, oh my god, this looks like shit. It looks pretty bad. I guess you're just used to like good screens nowadays, and this is like low res, and the colors are not very accurate, so you just have like a representation of what the of. But when you shoot the photos and you go to you take the SD card to your computer and you open it, actually looks pretty good. So it's just the screen that doesn't look good, and that's a good issue. I think this is one of the biggest issues. The other one, I mean, other smaller issues is that the zoom is like super slow. This is the wide end. This is the line. It takes 2 seconds. It's very slow, so it's not like you see someone and you just can like quickly zoom and shoot. Doesn't work that way. But it remembers the zoom position. So if you like to shoot like around 28, I mean, it doesn't say where the focal length, but you can guess it or just do the conversion, do the math with the SD data. And you can set it around 28 or 35, like the sweet spot you like. And so you can shoot really fast. It takes like 3 seconds to turn on. And when you take the pictures on RAW, if you cannot turn it off immediately, as we said, like it's writing, it shows the bar. So it's a bit slow in that sense. I like the buttons, it has the ND filters, like most of these cameras has ND filters. It's flash because this flash is it's pretty tiny. It's something good for like macro photography. It's like a Chinese flash that costs like $30 or something. So I thought that this combo was going to be like very cute because the flash is very smart and it's a good flash for the camera, but it doesn't really work. I mean, I guess it's kind of silly because the flash is almost bigger than the camera, but it doesn't work. Camera does trigger the flash, but I mean, any camera should trigger the flash when you shoot. So it does trigger the flash, but I thought it was going to, I mean, this is not, it doesn't work with the TTL. Like the flash doesn't detect the camera aperture or anything like that, and it just you kind of have to use it on fully manual, and so it doesn't work with the TTL. Despite you have like the TTL, the flash I have is yeah, uh, it's a flash for Olympus and Panasonic micro four thirds, and well, this thing has aperture ring, which is quite good. Most of the time, you're gonna shoot on 1.4 because it's like the reason you get this camera. And yeah, that's pretty much. I took it out like today. I took a few pictures. I think the image quality are quite nice. I don't like the grains of this camera. That's more of like a Panasonic issue. The Panasonic grains are like very bluish. Kind of had to like push a bit of like uh, add a bit of like yellow on the greens or add a bit of like magenta in general. So I saw the problem in another listing, but on this one, I saw the pictures of the camera on and I didn't notice it, but it has heavy vignetting. And I guess it's kind of hard to see here, but you can see this is heavy vignetting. And it shouldn't do that. So I suspect the backlight of the screen is dying. I think well, I think that's a problem that this kind of um, electronic devices have. That there's no any guarantee that in like 10 years, like this thing, like I mean, this thing is only like 11 years old. It's not like ancient, but it's already has this like a big issue. that the LCD is like dying, and you can still shoot because the pictures I mean they will come out fine. The vignetting is only on the screen, but this doesn't have a viewfinder. It has like it has a slot for like the external viewfinder you can buy to attach this thing, but that thing costs like $100. Cost as much as the camera. So unless you can get the camera cheap, very cheap with the viewfinder, I think most people would try to sell it separate because they make more money that way. With a viewfinder, this thing, if the screen starts to get too dark, it's gonna be a little bit hard to shoot, and you're gonna have to guess if and if screen dies, the camera just completely useless. I'm gonna try to return it. Luckily the seller is a nice person and it's gonna allow me to return it. Otherwise, I would just kind of waste like $100. Because I think I really suspect this thing has like a few hours left of screen. Also has like the lens has a little bit of haze of like focus that wasn't visible in the pictures when I got the camera. But that is not a deal breaker for me. I think the deal breaker is the screen. That is the screen that the camera just useless. And I think you should get, if someone is like looking for like 10 years old camera, it's because you're like budget conscious and you want to get something like very, very cheap. And you don't want to waste your money. If you want to get something very cheap, you probably don't want to waste your money. So it doesn't make much sense keeping this camera for me. I'm gonna return it. And I'm gonna search for like something like Canon G9, G10, G12, something along those lines. It's a bit sad because I really like this camera. I want it to be like, be able to actually use it because I want a camera that I can carry it with me like all the time. And like in my jacket pocket, not just, I don't have to carry like a backpack or like a muscular bag. I'm gonna show you some of the pictures on the screen so you can see. I didn't take too much, just a couple ones I like, but I think the camera, the image quality is quite good. I mean, if you shoot raw, I think with this camera you kind of have to shoot raw. If you like to see more, maybe subscribe to my channel. Hope you have a wonderful day. See you next time. Bye bye.